Good evening, everyone. It's Anthony, Wall Street Trader at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, May 14th, 2021. I have a date with the wife tonight, so I'm doing this video a little early. I hope you guys are well and gals are well. So let's go straight into the fun disclaimer. So this is not financial advice. This is only educational. Do not trade on anything represented here. Do your own due diligence. Twitter link below if you want intraday updates. I do them throughout the day in between videos. And if you want to click the subscribe button, I think it's a button below, and you want to subscribe to the latest videos, please feel free to do that. Now, over on the NuCypher Allocation, some of you are new. These are the entry points. 80% of the cash I originally had to chuck into NuCypher, 80% of that cash is put against my NuCypher acquisitions at these levels, at these allocations, and at these price levels. 20% of my cash is still sitting in cash waiting to be deployed. And because I am a methodical thinker around my entry and exit points, I've come up with two entry scenarios that I would buy NuCypher under. So condition number one is if NuCypher hits 700. Highly doubtful that'll happen. We'll talk about that later. Condition number two, Bitcoin hits 41K and NuCypher Bitcoin pair is less than 900. That is more of a possibility in my view. So what I've done tonight to mix this up quickly is to outline what my possible entry points are on the more likely scenario, which I think is condition two. So in my spreadsheet here, I outlined, again, this is condition two. Bitcoin hits 41,000 and NuCypher Bitcoin is less than 900. The entry points would be any one of these entry points, right? I have a pretty wide range, 26 to 36 cents. Wow, what a range. Anyway, how did I get there? Well, 41,000 is my base case, right? So 41,000, I know that. NuCypher Bitcoin is a bit of a variable. So it's 900, less than 900. So here's 900, here's 850, here's 800, here's 750, here's 700, here's 650. So this multiplied, the Bitcoin benchmark multiplied by the NuCypher Bitcoin pair is equal to the NuCypher price in dollars, in what we typically look at Coinbase and see. So, understand that the worst case scenario would be I'd be picking up NuCypher 36, almost 37 cents. Honestly, if Bitcoin hits 41,000, I would imagine that these 4 points would be the likely areas. Honestly, I'd probably even say these 3 points would be the likely areas. I'll probably wind up picking up NuCypher somewhere between 31 cents and 35 cents. Let's call it that. So obviously I want it cheaper. This would be my ideal price, but I don't want to be greedy because I also have to be somewhat realistic. I honestly don't think it would hit 650, but you never know. In a big, FUD moment, fear, uncertainty, doubt moment, sell-offs can be brutal. So, if Bitcoin sold off to 41,000, it's not totally inconceivable that the NuCypher Bitcoin pair would hit 650. But anyway, let's go to the markets. Just wanted everyone to see how I'm thinking about that. And let's just go straight to NuCypher US dollar, our, the core graph that we look at. Nothing to see here. This is purely just to show it to you guys. But, unfortunately, the real meat and potatoes and the inner workings of this chart are driven by those two things. And we're going to go back into them. NuCypher Bitcoin pair and the benchmark, which is Bitcoin US dollars. I'll point them out here. The NuCypher Bitcoin pair, which is the strength of Bitcoin, NuCypher to Bitcoin, is on this line, and then Bitcoin, the benchmark, is there. So let's go to NuCypher Bitcoin because this is the more impressive. To me, this is the one that has more of a likelihood of roaring up compared to Bitcoin, right? So we want both of them to roar up, but if Bitcoin languishes and stays at or where it's at, or maybe even goes down, we need to know that there's something, we'd like to know that there's something else on the other side to give it that counter trend. So looking at the NuCypher Bitcoin, drilling into this, there's definitely, if it starting to look like a reversal here in terms of the direction of the NuCypher Bitcoin pair, i.e., that means that NuCypher is gaining strength against Bitcoin, right? It's like looking at the euro US dollar for those who are into the FX markets, right? If you're trading spot, you're saying, all right, euro USD, the higher the number, that means the euro's getting stronger against the US dollar. Well, it's the same thing with NuCypher Bitcoin. These are currencies. They're not any different than the fiat currency market. The cryptocurrency market is the same exact type of thing. Anyway, we'll move forward here. So looking further out, it's hard to find a place where we were consolidating on the up for so long and at that in that amplitude that it certainly feels like this is a reversal pattern here. So this needs to be watched. This, if anything, is going to drive NuCypher out of the grave and into the heavens. It's going to be only this particular currency pair, NuCypher Bitcoin. So keep your eye on that. And while we're at it, let's take another look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is definitely looking not so bad. It's kind of recovered from its treacherous drop yesterday and the day before. However, that being said, it could be a dead count bounce. If we were going to get back to where we wanted to get to, we would have rallied the same way this area here was, right? We came down hard, but we bounced back up hard and we started trending higher. We bounced down hard. Who knows? We might trend higher. I'm not going to discount anything. Anything's possible in the world, but I honestly, my sense is after looking at, other technicals like Heikin-Ashi clouds and stuff like that, it doesn't feel like there's a proper buy or sell signal on this. So we'll have to see how this plays out. I mean, honestly, I think 40 to 42 range is ultimately where it might go, but I still have a bullish sentiment on this thing for the end of the year. So if it's going to drop, it's going to drop sooner than later. And honestly, I'd prefer, if we're going to drop, I just want to get it over with. I'd say drop tomorrow and then let's trek back to normalcy. Anyway, another point there that I just wanted to make. I threw KeepOn here anyway, just for those who want to, understand Keep. Keep is the other crypto company that is working with NuCypher on building out an expanded network coverage for security and encryption, and Keep and NuCypher joining forces will create something called Keanu. And for those that don't know it, feel free to look out onto Reddit, and there's heaps of articles on this stuff and the proposals, etc. So I think it's a great idea for the two to get together. I think the bigger the better, the more the merrier, as they say. So I think it's pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to get out, but 834, still looking good on the NuCypher Bitcoin pair. Let me tell you, I'm incredibly excited about this. Catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great night. Bye.